Right. Hi, my Faith Formation families, and Happy New Year. Or at least it'll be very close to that. Let's see. No, it'll be Happy New Year by the time you receive this video. So here's to a wonderful, blessed, possibly better 2021. Hopefully, we've learned a lot from the past year and we can all grow forward. Um, and that's the goal of any adversity in our life, right? So, all right, this week, um, we have a couple of things. So on the 3rd, Sunday night, I know that technically kids haven't gone back to school yet till the 4th, or maybe later in some of the school districts. But because confirmation and 6 and 7 have a little more content, I had decided early on that we would start the Sunday night, even though it's the last night technically of our vacation, but kind of banked on the fact that people weren't really going too far. So if you can, please make sure and check that you have 6 and 7. You guys have a Zoom class Sunday night at 6 p.m. Grade 8 and 9, also year 1 and 2 confirmation. You guys have home study, and your assignments are below for that. Um, year 1 confirmation. You guys have been doing really well getting in those community service reflections. So I would just continue to encourage those of you, and this goes for year 2 as well. Anybody that has done community service over the holiday, that has had it pre-approved by us, has talked to us about it, make sure you're getting those community service reflections in, because that's how we count it. That form can be found in this newsletter under Mrs. Obark's picture. There's a link to that community service reflection page. If you have trouble accessing then please send me an email. We'll make sure you get it. Make sure your child fills it out and emails it back. Or even if you copy paste the questions and put it in an email, just something in writing that reflects what the service project was, where they did it, and then answer the questions that we need to ask about that. Okay. I also have not heard much from the people that were supposed to do the online retreat. I am going to go through and see who I've heard from. If you have not done the reflection for the year 1 retreat, you do need to do that in order for it to be counted if you did not participate on the day of. Um, in fact, I think I've only gotten 1 or 2 people out of the 10 that missed the retreat. So we really need to get those in so it can be counted. If you have questions about that, please email me. Okay. Year 2 confirmation, also known as grade 9, although I know not all of you are in grade 9. Year 2 confirmation, you guys are now going to be picking up steam. So we have January 12th, that week of January 12th, I will be mailing home packets to you directly that deal with a couple of things. 1 is baptismal records. 2 is your sponsor, for who will be your sponsor for confirmation. And the 3rd is your saint name, picking a saint name for you to have for confirmation. All that information is going to go in a packet directly home in the snail mail to you. So be expecting that packet as long as I have your registration and your address on file. You have received by now an email from Mrs. Obark, if you're in her class, that if we don't have your address, we need that. There are some registrations that I do not have yet for a variety of reasons. But we do need an address to send this packet home so that I can make sure we have you guys on record for being ready. I do not know what confirmation is going to look like this year. In fact, nobody does. That's the problem. We can't even guess if we're going to do the same as what we did over the summer or not. I've not heard the confirmation about the confirmation yet, and I don't expect to for a while yet. But I want us to be ready for whatever's going to happen. So year 2, you guys are going to get that packet. You also need to make sure both of your confirmation community service projects are done and the reflection page is also turned in. I will have that checklist for you in that packet that tells you what you need to do and what I need to have so that you are good to go whenever the bishop is ready to do confirmations in whatever way he's going to do them. Okay. I realize that's a lot. And year two, you guys have been kind of able to coast the first half. Believe it or not, we're coming up on the halfway point of faith formation already. But the second half, year two, definitely you guys have got to get, we got to get rolling. We got to get things ready. Your year two confirmation retreat will be in March. And that is March, I believe March 20th. I am almost positive that is going to be a Zoom retreat as well. For a lot of obvious reasons and the uncertainty of where we're going to be at. Just to err on the side of caution and safety with as many school districts as we have represented in our confirmation class. Okay. All right. So that is year 1 and 2 confirmation. First reconciliation, you guys, I am looking at February 6th as being the date that we hold first reconciliation. I do not have a full confirmation of which priests are going to be available that day. So I'm still not certain what the day will look like exactly, but that is the date I'm shooting for. So please just kind of have that on your radar. I was hoping to have information by this week. It doesn't look like I'm going to have that in time for this newsletter. So by next week, I'll have all the information and let you know where everything's going to be and what we're going to do for that. Okay, so just have February 6th on your calendars for the actual day of. Now we may do a rehearsal and all that, but as far as the day of, I'm looking at February 6th. Okay. All right, K through 5, this week you guys have home study. So if you look below, and that would be on the 5th, but you can obviously do home study at any time, and your assignments are all below. So hopefully you will be able to embark on those and, really just try to take a moment to reflect a little bit on all of the goodness of God. This weekend we celebrate the solemnity of Mary, the Mother of God. And of course, we have celebrated the Feast of the Holy Family. And so, really, let's look at our own families and how we can nurture our families and look more like a family that serves God in our home, right? And create our domestic church. So, for all of us, that's our goal. And, certainly if anybody needs any help with their home study, reach out to us with email. If you need more resources or other things than what are provided, please also let us know that. Or if anybody's struggling with the assignments, feel free. All of our catechists are lovely and supportive. So, feel free to reach out to them or to me, and we'll all get there together, okay? All right, grades 10 and 12, you guys will have a presentation, but that doesn't come for another 2 weeks. But we're going to be dealing with a very important topic this month about anxiety and depression. And looking at our mental health and what that means in our spirituality and our walk with God, and what are some ways that our faith can support us during tough times. So that's going to be a really good presentation, and that will be in 2 weeks, okay? So until then, of course, 10 through 12, you are more than welcome to join us with community service projects, and hopefully there's other content here that will also help you and guide you during this time too, okay? One last thing we have on January 26th, it's listed under, I believe, the K through 5 program, but I am going to open it out as something that will be involving all of Faith Formation and all of our parishes for anybody that wants to join us. As you all know, the pandemic has caused a lot of people to experience hardships, and our homeless population has grown exponentially. The House of Mercy is really struggling to not only deal with the ramifications of the pandemic, but also of the winter weather. So, in the spirit of Martin Luther King, who we will also be looking at this month, and looking at what Catholic social justice and trying to support one another in our community, what that looks like, and how we can learn from what Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Preached and advocated his whole life, and what that means for us now. And I can't think of a better way for us to reach out to our community than to try to help out the House of Mercy and various other organizations that are in need. So I'm creating a drive-through donation um, because of the pandemic, obviously. We have to consider all these things. But I'm looking to set up different drive-through stations where people can drop off donations, but also to collect, if you can believe this, we need to be thinking about Lent. So we'll be picking up packets of um, things for our Lenten observances and things we can do from home. But I will have much more detail about that. That is going to be Tuesday, January 26th. That will be considered our live event. I'm hoping to have it be more than just a drop off, but a drive through experience for the kids and to have something that the family can at least participate in together in the spirit of trying to help our community and raise awareness to the homeless problem that we have in our community and what that means for us. So be watching for that. And I think that's all I have. That's a lot of news packed into one video. Don't think I've missed anything. There are some volunteer opportunities below. The Children's Liturgy of the Word videos, those of you that signed up for that, you will be getting your readings soon. I am waiting until after the holiday to get people on board with that. So thank you, those of you that signed up. Anybody that wants to sign up, all it entails is that you will get the readings for the Children's Liturgy of the Word for the week ahead. And then you would be having your child record them reading the readings so that we can put them in the newsletter as part of our Children's Liturgy of the Word each week to read the readings for kids, kid-friendly version of the readings, okay? So let me know about that. Sign up below, and I will get you the information as the rotation comes around, okay? All right, my friends, have a wonderful, wonderful new year. Um, let's thank God for all of our blessings and getting us through 2020. I'm sure, though we don't want to wish away our time, I'm sure a lot of us are ready for a fresh start. So, with God's grace, we always can have a fresh start. So, God bless you all. Take care and have a wonderful week. God bless.